But you rot, don't you? I mean, yeah, we like to think that something happens, and maybe it does, because science only knows so much. It's continuing to find out stuff, and a lot of people do believe in the afterlife, but who knows? It could be just our egos and our vanity and all that.
I think I believe in heaven. I'd like to believe in heaven. There is a heaven and a hell, and hopefully everyone will go to heaven.
I don't believe there's an afterlife. I believe this is it, basically. It's your one chance. There's nothing afterwards. I think the rest of it, everything around suggesting there might be an afterlife is just people trying to comfort themselves, basically. I think people should just accept that this is the one chance you get and to make the most of it, really.
Obviously there's heaven and hell. I do kind of believe in that, but then I don't think you really get judged until, like, if you're a Christian, you know, Judgment Day. So your soul's kind of in reserves, like in the middle, and then Judgment Day you go to heaven or hell.
Afterlife, I'd like to believe there is an afterlife, but would very much like to be convinced, like most people, I guess. I'm waiting for that sign to tip me to say that I definitely believe in it, so I'm still waiting.
It's nice to believe that there might be something else, and so I don't know. I'm kind of agnostic. I don't know. No. It's kind of easier to not have an opinion and just kind of. I don't know. It's nice to think something, but then in reality, I kind of also accept that it's probably not true.
I know I believe in God, so I'd like to think that someday, some way, maybe we come back again as a different kind of person or whatever being. Because I don't like to think of that's final when we go. I'm sure there's something of us that lives in on things in some way.
I've never really thought about it, to be honest. I don't really like thinking about it. I'm not really a negative person, I guess.
If you've been good, you go heaven, bad, hell. Or if you want to stay and work off your sins. Yeah, whether you believe it or not, I think it does happen to everyone.
I'm still highly critical about the way that most orthodox religions are organised, for the reasons that I think that they run on very dominatory, very non-spiritual levels. But having experienced the supernatural, having experienced other dimensions, it means I know that there's much more that exists than would appear to meet the eye. That massively influences the way that I think and understand the world.
Well, I suppose if you've had quite a good life, hopefully something good will come out of it at the end. I do think there's justice in the end. What comes around goes around. I actually think we came from outer space, which is always, everyone thinks, a bit wacky. So I sometimes think we'll end up at the planet that we started off at.
Why would there be something in the afterlife when there's nothing in the before life? And it just sounds like a real sort of a selfish... No, actually, what I was going to say is a vanity thing, isn't it, by the human beings? Thinking, hang on a minute, so maybe... Well, we have got things to, you know, the afterlife, Buddhists and all that, you get recreated into something else. It's stupid nonsense, like, you know.
I don't believe in the afterlife, but then I don't actually believe in life, because I don't believe that we're actually alive to begin with. I believe that life in itself is in fact the illusion. So therefore, to make a distinction between life and death relies on the idea of our lives and I, as the self, being the central kind of force of everything, being really important. But I don't think that it is. So I don't actually believe in death. So I don't think there's such a thing as a life or an afterlife.
I have no idea. I want to believe, but I don't really. Well, I do, kind of, but it's something that I want to, but I can't because it's not proved. Like, just an afterlife. I don't believe in heaven and hell. I don't believe in those as concepts. In terms of, like, spiritual passing on.
I've not died, so I do not know what happens when I go to the other side, but I do know that there's much more.
I've had all sorts of problems over the years trying to work out what a soul is, actually. I don't think something lives on, really, apart from memories and other people.
I believe firmly in life after death, so I kind of look forward to going to heaven when I die. And heaven to me is a sort of a wonderful place, and I don't see death as a kind of end of life, but as just the beginning of a new life.